Got nice and jazzy in here. For music today, I just like said play laid back, and this is what it gave me. We get smooth jazz. Sorry, juniper berries. Wait, are you juniper berries? No, you're cloudberries. There are lots of nice berries up here on the mountain. Apparently there's a whole big to-do about blueberries. I think they're the tier 4 berries. People are saying they're like impossible to find. But like, you can live most of your life without berries. Like, scholars need, like, the citric berries. They make decent fertilizer, but there's a dozen different ways to make decent fertilizer. What is this awful sand? Magnificent sand. That's not what I said. Like, excuse me? We're magnificent, sir. They are hard to find. Their respawn needs to be fixed. Yeah, I thought they fixed it in a recent patch. Maybe they just said they were going to. And building a road through flat areas. That is surprisingly nice and easy. Hello. What? Ah. Yeah, my wife just got home. She was at dinner with friends. And she's looking at the kids' Happy Meal toys. The Happy Meal toys are kind of... they're cute, but they're kind of lame. Yeah. Like, the McDonald's toys right now are little mini McDonald's pieces. And so the kids got, like, tiny drive-through kiosks as their toy. I'm like, that just feels like shameless self-promotion. Which, I mean, of course it is. Like, what would I expect? I mean, like, just do Pokemon again. Bring back, like, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello Kitty crossover. That was awesome. They increased the HP of the remaining blueberries, but they have not, like, done a fix. How much does this game cost? Currently, the game costs $30. In the future, it's supposed to be free. And so, like, if you get in early access, as kind of a reward, they give you hex shards. Where are those? Shards. I have 8,000. I'm not a good example. Yes, I am. Okay, so they give you 10,000 hex shards, which are effectively like $20 US. So like 2/3 of what you're paying. Now, what can you do with hex shards? Just about nothing. You can found an empire, or you can fuel an empire that you like. You'll wait for free? That's a good call. But, like, if you want, I don't know, to write your name on the map, like all of us arrogant jerks, then that's what you pay money for. I think eventually they'll have cosmetics too, so like it won't be just that. All right, that was 161. Means I want you to be 259. For early access, they shirk market trends and replace microtransactions with a macro transaction. It's, yeah. There's most likely going to be a wipe too, isn't there? Yes. They will wipe the game eventually too, but they are supposed to give you all of the money you spent back after the wipe. So, like, everybody who bought early access is probably just gonna straight up get the 10,000 back. Forgot what height we're building to. That was 69, 67, 65, so this would be 63? But about the wipe is not gonna happen for a year or two, I hear. I don't know 100%, but I want to say like early access is going to end in a year or two, and that's when they're going to do the wipe. And so if this seems like the kind of game you're going to still be playing after 2 years, then yeah, like holding off for free to play like might be the better play. For me, I rarely stick with the same game for long. It's actually kind of a miracle. We're coming up on... Am I digging? It's acting like he's digging. Let me double check what height I'm going up to. 259, so you should be 257. And so, like, yeah, I can't play the same game for 2 years. That's not gonna work. Will our levels on everything be wiped as well? No. That's a very important distinction. I was told that you will keep your skill levels, or at the very least, that is the plan. So if you're a level 1000 scholar, sorry, it caps out at 100. Then you will still be a 100 scholar. But I do imagine you probably need to like get all those resources back. It's gonna be kind of crazy. Like when early access comes out of early access, can you imagine people who are just like the highest level and everything getting everything, like just immediately dropping settlements and grinding to like tier 10 settlements? Now, that's part of why I liked getting in early. I feel like if I did this after full release, it's gonna be kind of like weird and unbalanced. At least here I felt like I was given a fair shot. Pretty sure there's gonna be an XP wipe too? Let me see if I can find confirmation on them not doing that. News from Stim? No, those are just social media garbage. Announcements. Future plans. Search for wipe. I'm trying to find like official news. someone gets me a link to what they said specifically, I'll read it as an official source. But until then, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Or don't. You're allowed to not take my word for it. I believe they won't wipe your levels. Because that's the illusion I've been operating under this entire time. But you know, my sources, I believe I read that somewhere, which is always a great source. You have a link to their blog post? Are you a member of my Discord? Would you like to be? Can you tell me the date of their blog post? How about that? Okay, here, let me drop the Discord link for anybody who wants to pop in and hang out. It's in the EA Day 3 post. Okay. BitCraft. EA Day 3. Can I share my screen? No, I can't. We will wipe everything once at the end of beta early access. This will be the only EXP wipe. Well, we may just wipe the world, but not character experience before the end of beta, but only with a lot of heads up and only if necessary. See below. There will not be any wipes of anything after the full release. Well, I kinda like that. I mean, like, they did just kind of invalidate a lot of my hard work and existence. But hey, that's what happens in the real world too. So, you know, no, nothing different from what I'm used to. But I like that. I like the idea that everyone kind of starts on equal ground. Like the free players who are just waiting patiently for like a free early access release, I feel like they deserve a fair shot as well. I don't want like advantages to only go to people who drop money. I don't know, but then again, if you're a pure free-to-play player... What am I building to? 253? Sounds about right. You get to do all the fun progress again? It's actually kind of fun. Like, there's always something to do. Like... You log in and you've just got like your choice of like whatever project you want to do. Like we could have been making timber and slabs so we could like build smelters and kilns to improve life in the settlement. Yeah, that looks about right. But like we decided to like get out and play in the snow. 251? Yeah, it sounds about right. The advantage is like knowledge and the friends we made along the way. That's true. I have noticed that friends are a huge advantage in this game. Like all these giant empires you see, like New Haven, the realm of Crown and Class, or Crown and Cask, bleh. The Autodmans, Tortuga, the Gerudians, Umbilica, Legion. Like most of these giant settlements are people who are playing in early access, so they already had basically a list of ready and willing citizens. And honestly, it's kind of fascinating to see, like, how that advantage is going to end up. Right? Because right now, you get, like, the biggest civilization, but, like, how well can you keep that? Like, I feel like they need to do a lot of balancing, because it seems to me like a large civilization, say like New Haven, because there are resident giant people, can just take over other empires without like any recourse because they're rich. Like, if a civilian doesn't want to, like, have an empire, like, the only thing to do is throw it into the empire you're in. And so the bigger your settlement is, the more likely you are to have money. The more money you have, the more power you have. Weird. I know. The strange new concept. And I kind of wish that having a large empire would be like a little more punishing. Because right now, they say like, the more nodes you have, the quicker they degrade. But, like, it was about 20 days for like our largest node the first time. Put down 2 more nodes yesterday. It was still 20 days. Like, I'm not feeling any weight of that thing for 6 nodes, which frankly feels greedy. I don't need 6 nodes. Really, I just like got that area for people who need a place to put their settlement, but they don't want to feel beholden to any empire. So like, I've got this area up here. It's just kind of like a corral for anybody who wants to live peacefully. And you know, like, I don't think the other empires actually mind if you create like a peaceful little settlement within their empire. In fact, they probably prefer it. Let's see. It took you 20 hours-ish to establish your settlement solo. You now know ways to reduce that to around 9 or less. That's pretty crazy. 9 hours. I did like spend a lot of time in the tutorial, because I swear it took me like 40. That was like with knowing nothing. I mean, like, it wasn't completely nothing. I had like a guide and everything. 9 hours is insane. I guess like the big trick is money. So like, you hyper focus like a handful of things, and then you put like market orders for the things you don't want to get. Playing the market's probably like the smartest and fastest way to grow an empire. As Prince Flea Swallow said in Parappa the Rapper, money, money, money is all you need. So wise. Region 5 has only had like 2 wars. Diplomacy and planning has made lasting peace. I did notice that about them. Like, the Gerudians got in a fight with somebody because they like settled an empire like on top of a claim from someone from their empire. And you know, I get it, but at the same time I'm like, it's kind of annoying to feel obligated to talk to your neighbors just to like play a video game, you know? Doesn't feel very kind to like the solo players who just like want to be a little more antisocial in their MMOs. That said, like, being antisocial in an MMO is kind of a hot take by itself. Maybe I'm the weird one. But, yeah, like, we're here. There was plenty of space for us, but I already felt bad against, like, these people. Because I didn't want to, like, encroach on their territory in case they wanted to be an empire. Honestly, I love this guy. Just being out here by himself. I hope he never gets swallowed by an empire. If it had offline single player, there'd be nothing about it. It's... I don't have good explanations for why I like the things I like. But I'm kind of a solo MMO player. There's just something about having like real people in like a real living, breathing world. Just wonderful people that I never want to talk to or speak to or interact with in any way. Aside from like faceless transactions in the market. There's potential for that as they are going to go open source. Yeah. They did want to go open source. And I think like a lot of that is a lot of the investing going on behind the scenes here. They've got like a lot of big name investors from like Unity, the CEO of Roblox, because they've got like a complicated MMO database. Like they're keeping track of like 1 million nodes of data. And apparently the database is the latest and greatest in BB technology. Or so I hear. I haven't really looked into it. But if you were like an investor like that, you would want them to share their code. And so like you invest so that they can post it open source so that you can actually use it if it turns out to be a huge success. Spacetime DB is their big ticket investment prize. Yeah. You feel like solo play is enjoyable in a living world. It is. And people don't get it. Sometimes. If you ever go to like a forum for like an MMO or... What am I going up to? 247, give or take? Like they'll release like an online game and then someone will post like, hey, is this viable for solo play? And they'll get torn to shreds in the Steam forums that are like, excuse me? You want to be alone? Why wouldn't you want to be with me? I'm great. And you're like, no, really not. Please take it personally. I don't want to play games with you specifically. It's true. It's fun to visit and see what people make, right? Yeah, I'm a nice guy. It is nice guy energy. Whenever somebody like gives you a hard time for wanting to like play alone. I mean, like, granted, like there's like some situations where like playing alone is kind of like wrong. Like if you go to like a basketball court and there's like 2 hoops and you're like, you guys use that one, I'm gonna play this one by myself. Like, that one's a bit of a social faux pas, but like, I'm at home with my computer. People are not expected to be able to use this at any time. It's just me. You're just waiting patiently for water cities? You hope they add a way to build over water with them? That is gonna be interesting. Alright, hang on. I'm freezing to death. I've run out of tea. Oh, I've run out of stamina. I guess this is how I die. Peaceful little walk of death. Listening to chill vibe music. I like what we've built so far. This actually looks pretty. I think I want to expand this a little bit. The too thick roads don't feel good. Speaking of which, let me nitpick some chunks of this road. Teleport home? What, like a smart person? Listen, you don't know what it's like out there in the fields. It's cold. 3 teas. Are we that out of tea? We seem to be out of tea. No tea for thee? Let's check the foodie shelters. There's water. There's bait. There's shrooms. Oh. Someone's bought some of my stuff. And sold me 1,000,000 rough planks. Thank you. And plain leather. I love it. Alright, we were looking for tea? What about flowers? Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm put in an order for plain tea. I'll buy it $10 a pop. Give me 30. Hang on. Let's make it 5 for the tier 1s. $7 for the tier 2s. And zesty hot tea will be worth 10 apiece. Like, I'll take any tea you can get me. If anyone's feeling crazy, they want to warp up here and get me tea, you've got... Does this last for 6 minutes? You have 18 minutes to make me 30 stacks of tea, please. You gotta be efficient with it. I'm gonna draw it out by like freezing to death for a little bit until I get to about half health. Then we trigger the tea, we regen, then we keep freezing back down to half health. I think we can stretch it out to like 21 minutes. Do you know where Perlite would be? By the starter towns to mine. So Firelight. Yep. By the starter towns is going to be in the surrounding calm forest. So if you're like up in Charlo, if you go to like Maxie's Claim or like the Randy Ribbit Ranch, that's where you'll find Firelight. Or you can come to our base. We've got Firelight. Got Firelight for days. And what you want to do is you want to set your home to our base. And then, whenever you need something that isn't at our base, like tier 1 flowers to make me tea, then you can just do a teleport to like Charlo, pick the flowers, and then teleport back. Bada bing, bada tea. What's the height here again? 241. So I need to get you Up to 249. There we go. Now let's go ahead and not die. You'd have to walk because you don't have a boat yet, but you could do that? Yeah. So if you're feeling crazy, like the safest way is to take a raft. But that's also kind of a long way. One thing you could do is sprint up here where like the ocean's the smallest and swim across. Like I don't even think like... I think you can swim across the ocean.